I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Who are you?
Somewhere in the heart of this city, a robbery is in progress, but help is on the way.
Mind if I drop in?
Captain Avenger!
John Ritter is Steve Nichols,
How about that?
hero at large.
Who are you, J. Edgar Hoover?
I'm Captain Avenger.
Such a nice boy.
Hero at large. Rated PG. Check newspapers for a theater near you.
Hey, this is Matt once again. What about another review? And this is another Patreon review for Sean. Thank you so much for that. If anyone wants to request pretty much any type of reviews, re-reviews, topics, reactions, reviews of movies, other stuff, pretty much any type of video, you can request it, either directly send it to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. Now, the review for today is Hero at Large from 1980. It's directed by a guy named Martin Davidson. Now, Martin Davidson, he directed Lords of Flatbush with Sylvester Stallone, as well as Eddie and the Cruisers with Michael Pare. Now, the film stars John Ritter. He plays this actor that's trying to get jobs. At the moment, he has a job wearing the superhero outfit because the superhero movie called Captain Avenger is coming out. So, as part of the promotion, they have a series of actors out there in costume, in front of movie theaters, when people supposedly arrive. So then one day, he's coming home, he stops at the grocery store. As he's buying stuff, some crooks come in. And John Ritter gets his the costume on, beats them up, throws them out. And that creates a stir in the city of who is this guy? Who is this guy that decided to help out and be a hero? Meanwhile, a good chunk of the film is this romance between John Ritter and Ann Archer, who's his neighbor, who for a chunk of the film wants nothing to do with him. To the point, I almost started to dislike Ann Archer's character, because it got to a point where I'm like, what the fuck is your problem, Ann Archer? Like, John Ritter and his character seems like the nicest, sweetest guy. What the fuck is up with you? What was put in your tampon? Was it pink powder pussy lips? What was put in your tampon? Okay, was this studded or wired or sticky or slimy? It was something unpleasant? Is that why you're irritable on that subject? Talk about the character, not Ann Archer as a person, folks. Calm down. I would say this with the movie. Enjoying this film depends on how big of a fan you are of John Ritter. I really like John Ritter. John Ritter's one of those guys that he's greatly missed. He seemed like a very nice guy. what he brought to his performances, supporting roles like a Bad Santa or Sling Blade, or starring roles. Stay Tuned, I think, is still such an underrated movie. I love Stay Tuned. He did a great job in Stephen King's It, the miniseries from 1990. And he was in, of course, some TV shows. Come on, knock on my door. Come on, knock on my door. Three's Company. But he would do starring roles in films, but it seemed like he never got as hugely successful in movies as he did on TV. I mean, he passed away while doing a TV show. And as time went on, the roles he would get, again, were supporting roles. I mentioned Bad Santa and Sling Blade. He was also in Bride of Chucky, among others. So, not really any starring roles later on, but unless it was TV. Was it 8 Simple Rules? I can't remember the name of the show. I never saw it. I know he did one called Hooperman, a TV show that I would like to check out sometime. I think it lasted 2 seasons. He played a cop. It's like comedy, but there's also some drama. I think it's called Hooperman. Yeah, maybe one day I'll check that out. But this one, when it's the stuff of him either doing the few things in the outfit as a superhero, or him getting through his day-to-day where he can't pay his rent, and the excitement, a little bit of the fear of doing this to try to do some good in the world. That's because of John Ritter's sincere, nice guy quality to him. It made the movie at least watchable. Kevin Bacon has an early role in this, near the beginning of the film, within, I would say, the first 15-20 minutes. The first time we see John Ritter in the outfit, when he's in front of the theater doing promotion, there are kids hassling him, and one of them is a young teenage Kevin Bacon, which funny enough, the same year he was in Friday the 13th, Kevin Bacon. So I'm like, is that what? Holy shit, that's Kevin fucking Bacon. Well, he's not fucking bacon, he's eating bacon, but don't eat too much of bacon. But it's Kevin Bacon. Like, oh wow, that's really cool. But yeah, the movie, I really, truly do not think it capitalized fully on its subject material. Where John Ritter, the type of guy who trying to keep this secret identity, but he's going through the trials and tribulations of life, not being able to pay his rent. How is he going to pay his rent? Other issues. For me, the big mistake of the film, it was way too much of just a romantic comedy. Which maybe, that was the point in the first place, but it's a lot of this romantic stuff between him and Ann Archer. And my issue with that is Ann Archer, for me, for chunks of the film, she doesn't seem that likable of a character. Because of just how she keeps rebuffing John Ritter's advances. And then spoilers, because what happens throughout the film is he does a couple of these things. The public hear more and more about Captain Avenger. Someone at the mayor's office goes, you know what, maybe we could use this guy to our advantage. So they find him, they go, how about you do some things we asked you to, sort of these staged attacks, which will create promotion, give us a bit of brownie points, and maybe help our mayor get elected, and we'll help you out too. Someone finds out, he's disgraced, but then he does something right and just. He saves a kid from a burning building, walks off with Ann Archer, and all is well. But like I said, I was mentioning, even when people have now turned against him and think he's one thing where he's really not that type of guy. And he's like, I might as well quit, hang up this superhero outfit. And she's like dogging him about it. Like, well, yeah, you don't give up? You don't do this? Like, what the fuck, lady? You didn't want anything to do with him. He almost had to beg on his hands and knees for you to fucking talk to him and give him a fucking spot of your eye. Now you're dogging him. And yeah, I get the whole point is that, you don't give up. You should rise up to your morality, what you stand for, you don't give up what you stand for. I believed in you, other people did. You just don't run away from, Yeah, I get what it's going for, but I'll tell you one thing, to me it was a shitty pep talk. So, I mean, I wish it dealt more with I would say him being the hero aspect, but maybe the comedy that could be involved with an actor pretend to be a hero and all the comedy that John Ritter could pull out of it. I think there's a lot more there that could have been done. Because John Ritter's a very talented guy. I think there's a lot more that he could have done with that type of setup, with that type of material. And it just wastes a lot of time on this romance that, I'm sorry, Ann Archer doesn't do a bad job, but I'm not fully sold on this romance. It's not for the lack of trying for John Ritter and Ann Archer. It's just was the way it was written, or just the fact that I'm like, I don't give a fuck about this romance. The love story can be an aspect in the film, but it's just completely overcomes the hero aspect. For me, it's like less kiss and more hero, less romance, more hero. But that's the point of Hero at Large. It's just rom-com, best way to put it. I mean, the ending is nice because he gets his reputation back again. He does the right thing. Goes with Ann Archer. They go off. And the music fits the scene well. Really, the only time he's a hero, I guess, technically would be 4 times. The first where he beats up one or two guys, throws him out of the grocery shop. There's a second one where he's chasing someone in a car, makes the bad guy's car flip over. He gets out, he gets shot, grazed in the arm, he leaves. The third time is a stage scene from the mayor's office, and then the fourth time at the end where he saves his kid from the building. So there's not a whole lot of stuff. Like, that's what I mean. I think there could have been more done with him going on various other things of trying to be a hero and realizing just how tough it is, and maybe, in a way, take a little story points from Spider-Man. Of course, without the superheroes. Or maybe even, what was that TV show? The world's Believe It or Not, I'm Walking on Air. Maybe bits of that show. The Greatest American Hero. Only again, without the superpowers. But I mean, like, with that with Spider-Man, just all the ups and downs of dealing with this and trying to juggle all this stuff together. And yeah, I think maybe a bit more could have been done with that. With that said, John Ritter, I miss the guy. His sincerity, complete sincerity in his performances, makes this at least worth a watch. I mean, it was for free on YouTube. But I don't know if this has a DVD, Blu-ray. I don't. But maybe if you don't expect much of the hero aspect going in, and going in knowing it's more of rom-com. Maybe you'll get more out of it than me. Like I said, with the taste, I don't hate the film, but it's not something I would really see myself watching again. Again, with John Ritter, I would go more towards Stay Tuned or other movies. But again, that's just me. With that said, thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.